Hi, every Hypno Yogi. I'm Brian the HypnoSwami, and thanks for joining us again today. We have a very special guest here, Carol, who has been a friend of mine for a long time, and she would just kind of like to share her success story with all of you. How are you doing, Carol?
I'm doing really well.
Nice.
Way better than I was about 3 years ago. I came to Brian for weight loss, and when I started this whole journey, I weighed 236 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, and I wore a size 22 clothes, pants, and I'm down to, I fluctuate between 135 and 140, and I wear a size 8, and I have lost 100 pounds.
That's amazing. Wow.
It is amazing.
And how many sizes was that?
Well, 14 sizes
14
smaller.
sizes smaller. Wow.
Yes.
So you've literally lost a person almost.
I have. A
little over.
Yeah.
Because if you're size 8 and a 14, then that's a large person.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So 22, yeah, size 22 was what I was wearing when I first started coming
That's
to
awesome.
you.
Wow. Yeah.
And I can't thank Brian enough for that. I mean, I just feel amazing these days. I can go to the store and pick out clothes and just go, yeah, that'll be fine.
Well, I may have done some, but I'm sure there's a lot that you've done also on your
Yeah,
side of things.
well, that's one thing I tell my friends when they ask how I've lost, and I tell them that I initially came to you. It was only one session, which I think is amazing. And we came up with a plan, and as long as I stick to that plan, the weight just continues to come off. And I've been at my goal weight for quite some time now, and I find that I can go out and treat myself at the weekends and have a nice meal with my husband. And,
Great.
And if I gain a little bit, it takes me a couple days and it comes right back off again.
Awesome. Yeah.
I mean, it's just that easy.
So, just to help some of the people out there who may be watching us, what are some of those things that were in the plan that you feel like really helped the most?
Walking. Walking was especially important, walking every day. And it didn't have to be a super long walk or anything. I used to go, I guess, about 8-10 blocks, just walk around my neighborhood. And as long as I continued to do that and keep my calorie intake down, eat a lot of, one thing I learned was that I could eat a candy bar, or I could eat a whole pile of fruit.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And it makes a huge difference. That was one of the things that I think, I don't know whether you put it in my head or what, but I went from my comfort foods being French fries and pizza and cheesy, all the goodness, you know, and stuff, to fruit. And I still continue to, when I'm hungry for something, it's like I'm going to go to the store and buy a big bag of cherries, or buy some oranges, or buy, you know, whatever fruits in season at that time. And it feels really good to, you know, fill my cart up with fruit rather than one package of donuts.
Eat a pound, lose a pound,
That's
right?
Yeah.
So, everyone, go on your walks and make sure you're eating your fruits and veggies, right?
Yeah, that's very important.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you're eating, like you said, eat a pound, lose a pound. If you're eating the fruits and veggies as you're, you know, I want to get full, I don't like to feel hungry. Because when you feel hungry, that's when you're going to go out and blow it.
For sure.
But as long as you got plenty of fruit and good snacks and stuff on hand and everything, I really have not felt hungry. I mean, and plus, as per your suggestion, instead of eating 3 large meals a day, I break it up and I eat probably about 6 times a day. And as long as I'm eating the right things, I don't feel hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Those are some great tips, and I hope that you guys can learn a little something from those, because even though you may not be a client of mine, those tips are some of the ways that I help my clients reach their goals.
Yep.
You know, there's a little bit more to that with the subconscious programming and everything. But a lot of you people probably have a really strong willpower, might be able to do this, or you might contact me by calling 530-828-0880, or check me out on the web at www.hypnoswami.com. And if you just reach out, I'll give you a free consultation and help you out as much as I can.
He's the best. Another thing too was eating for the right reasons. Because when I first came to you, I was eating because I was bored, eating because I was sad, eating because I was mad, eating for every reason besides eating because I was hungry. and I've learned to recognize when I want to start eating for some other reason from just that I need to eat something.
So that
makes a huge difference.
So that inner child work was really helpful.
Really helpful.
Yeah.
Really helpful. Yeah. I think almost the most helpful with me, because I have been battling that since I was a child, eating for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
It's good to eat because you need to eat something.
Well, we don't want to share too much about our session together because it's all confidential.
Yeah.
So we want to keep that stuff private.
Okay.
But I really appreciate you coming and talking with all the hypno yogis out there and sharing your success and giving them some tips that hopefully will help them out.
Good. Yeah, and if you have ever had any kind of qualms about going for hypnosis, let me tell you, you go to Brian and you come out of here feeling like you've had the best nap of your life. Seriously, I always leave here going, ah.
Well, I'll be looking forward to working with you again.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Brian.
You're welcome.